Caitlin Clark just did something that no athlete has done since Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan changed basketball forever. Now Caitlin Clark is doing the same with her Wilson deal, and some WNBA veterans can't handle it. Thousands of her signature basketballs sold out in just 40 minutes. This isn't just about hype. It's about a rookie tripling attendance, breaking 62 records, and drawing so much attention that even seasoned veterans are targeting her on the court. The Michael Jordan comparison? It comes straight from Jordan himself, validating the seismic impact she's making on women's basketball.
Caitlin Clark wasn't like no one ever said there weren't ever great players before Caitlin Clark. There was never phenomenon, not in my lifetime, with women's basketball. And I went to UConn, so I've seen plenty of great players, but nobody's ever moved the needle in my lifetime like this.
Jordan transformed the NBA in the 80s. Now Clark is reshaping the WNBA landscape in real time. Her unprecedented success is shaking up the status quo, challenging veterans who've never seen anything like this before. And the proof? It's all right here.
Today, Wilson unveiled Caitlin Clark's signature basketball, making her the first athlete since Michael Jordan to get their own signature basketball from Wilson. She also becomes the first WNBA player to get her own signature basketball from Wilson.
That's right. When Michael Jordan launched a product, people lined up for days. Now, Caitlin Clark has done something we've never seen in women's basketball. She's reached that same level of market-breaking influence. Her Wilson deal marks a historic milestone. No female basketball player since Jordan has launched a signature basketball collection that WNBA veterans are watching this phenomenon unfold with mixed emotions. Cheryl Swoops, who once questioned Clark's abilities during her transition from college to pro, now acknowledges her unprecedented commercial impact. The tension is real. As Clark's name begins appearing alongside Michael Jordan's in marketing conversations, it's shaking up the established hierarchy within women's basketball.
Clark is the first ever female athlete to have her own collection with Wilson, but just a heads up though, the entire collection on the Wilson website is sold out.
The impact of this deal became crystal clear the moment Clark's signature basketballs hit the market. Wilson completely underestimated the demand. Thousands of units sold out in just 40 minutes, faster than the release of major gaming consoles like the PS5. This buying frenzy proves that Clark's influence reaches far beyond traditional basketball fans, sparking economic waves across the landscape of women's sports marketing. The excitement mirrors what we saw in Jordan's prime. Pure market power driven by cultural relevance. Clark has fundamentally changed the economics of women's basketball by mobilizing fans who are not only watching, but spending. The response confirms what many veterans have chased for years. True mainstream appeal, now achieved by a rookie rewriting the playbook.
All Caitlin Clark fans, 2 new limited edition basketballs are now available at select Hy-Vee stores. The designs are part of the Inspire series that Clark is doing in partnership with Wilson Sporting Goods. The tribute ball pays homage to Clark's time within the Iowa women's basketball team, and the Dreamer ball is designed to encourage athletes to pursue their dreams. Both are available in sizes 3 and 6 at select Hy-Vee locations.
The collection itself tells a powerful story about Caitlin Clark's unique style of play. Each basketball in the line carries deep meaning, connecting directly to what makes her game so revolutionary. The threes-up ball celebrates her jaw-dropping shooting range, the kind that forces defenders to guard her the moment she crosses half-court. The record breaker highlights her historic dominance in the stats column, while the laser-etched designs throughout the series reflect the precision and flair she brings to every game. But it's the crowd maestro ball that truly captures her intangible impact. Clark doesn't just play, she transforms arenas. The moment she steps on the court, the energy changes. Fans rise, phones come out, and people who've never paid attention to women's basketball suddenly hang on every possession. This kind of presence can't be coached or taught. It's an innate magnetism that separates the transcendent from the talented.
Wilson did not mess around with these basketballs. Geometric patterns form the number 22 in triangles whose 3 sides nod to threes that fuel her scoring, and then the black and yellow is a nod to the colorways of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
This unprecedented market response highlights the growing tension within the league. Many veterans have spent years trying to push women's basketball into the mainstream. fighting for recognition, building brands, and chasing endorsement deals. Yet, Caitlin Clark has done in months what others couldn't manage in over a decade. When signature basketballs sell out faster than the latest tech drops, it's more than a product launch. It's a cultural shift. Clark isn't just an athlete anymore. She's become a phenomenon. Her rise is reshaping the entire landscape of women's basketball, and not everyone is ready for that kind of change.
Yeah, but she's incredible. Congratulations to her and her family. Yeah. The crazy thing is I'm just seeing her last year when they played LSU, but she's phenomenal. I'm going to go on the record and say she's the best female collegiate player ever. Ever? Well, I don't know about.
The Wilson deal proves Caitlin Clark is far more than just a promising rookie. She's a game changer. Her impact isn't based on hype or projections, but on real numbers and sold-out products. She's entered conversations once reserved for legends like Michael Jordan, and she did it before even finishing her rookie season. This moment marks a turning point. Clark has redefined what's possible for women in professional basketball, not just on the court, but in the marketplace. Brands, fans, and the entire sports world are now realizing that women's basketball can command the same cultural and commercial power as any men's league, when the right star leads the way.
And when you take into stock the fact that outside of Kevin Durant, aging superstar, LeBron James, 40 years old, and Steph Curry, there's not a single NBA player more popular today than Caitlin Clark. That is a
The question now is how the WNBA and its players respond to this shift. While some veterans seem to bristle at Caitlin Clark's rapid rise to the top of the marketing world, others see the bigger picture. Clark's presence doesn't just spotlight her, it shines a light on the entire league. Her mainstream appeal brings in new fans, fresh sponsorship money, and a level of media attention the WNBA hasn't seen before. This visibility creates more opportunities for everyone in the league. In a sport where commercial growth has been slow and hard-earned, Clark's breakthrough success could be the catalyst that redefines how female athletes are valued, marketed, and celebrated, both on and off the court.
According to Sports Pro, Caitlin Clark is the fourth most marketable athlete in the world. Yeah, not just female athlete, not just in the United States, but in the entire world.
As Caitlin Clark continues to raise the profile of the entire WNBA, she made a bold marketing move that at first had insiders scratching their heads, until it worked. Instead of chasing luxury fashion deals or high-end brand exclusivity, Clark chose something far more grounded, placing her signature basketballs in Hy-Vee grocery stores across the Midwest, right next to everyday staples like milk and eggs. Tea might sound unusual, but it's actually a masterclass in brand strategy. Clark understands her audience, middle America, families, and casual sports fans. By meeting them where they already shop, she broke down the usual barriers of sports merchandise, turning her signature product into something accessible, relatable, and visible. This move didn't just sell basketballs, it rewrote the rules for how female athletes can build real cultural influence. Instead of waiting to be accepted by elite brand circles, Clark brought her brand directly to the people. It's this kind of outside-the-box thinking that proves she's playing a completely different game than anyone else in women's basketball.
Balls. Very, very cool. Big deal. Good job, Wilson. You know they probably went and put this together. I mean, maybe Hy-Vee contacted Caitlin Clark first, but, you know, this is probably something, the type of thing Wilson is trying.
Picture this, fluorescent lights humming overhead, the familiar beep of scanners ringing through the air, parents maneuvering their carts through aisles filled with groceries. And then, right between the dairy section and household essentials, Caitlin Clark's signature basketballs stand proudly displayed. It's not just a product placement, it's a strategic statement. While many elite athletes chase exclusive boutiques and high-end department stores, Clark made a deliberate choice to land in the everyday, relatable spaces where middle America shops. This wasn't about reaching the elite, it was about connecting with the heart of the country, where families spend their weekends and where basketball culture runs deep. By doing so, she's not just selling a product, she's building a relationship with the people who resonate with her values, making her success feel accessible and grounded.
I've said it a million times. It's not breaking news. It's not brand new, but I really do believe Caitlin Clark is the next face of basketball. You know, they've been searching for that in the NBA. Who's the next face of the NBA? It's been LeBron and Steph carrying the torch. I think the next face of basketball, period, is Caitlin Clark.
Think about it. The average American visits a grocery store 1.6 times per week. That's repeated, consistent engagement that no billboard or commercial can offer. Every time someone walks down that aisle, they're reminded of Caitlin Clark. Her presence isn't just fleeting, it's constant. And here's what's striking. Some veterans in the WNBA still don't get it. They're so focused on being seen as serious athletes that they've missed what Clark grasped from the start. Becoming a cultural icon isn't just about athletic performance, it's about connecting with regular people in spaces where they actually spend their time. The Hy-Vee partnership is about more than just product placement. It's a declaration. It says to Middle America, I'm one of you. Clark is positioning herself as the hometown hero, a relatable figure who just happens to be revolutionizing basketball. She's not just another athlete, she's changing the game, both on and off the court.
We knew Caitlin Clark was marketable, but she's been put over some pretty big names. In fact, some worldwide, huge, international names. Two of them being Messi and
Look at what happens when Caitlin Clark steps onto the court. The numbers don't lie. When she plays, WNBA games average 1.18 million viewers, 3 times the league's average. Clark is drawing in new fans from all walks of life. Even your dad, who's never watched a WNBA game, is now asking when the Fever play next. She's not just shining on the court, she's excelling off it too. The stats speak for themselves. What we're witnessing here is historically elite. Caitlin Clark joins Michael Jordan as the only rookies in history to post insane playoff numbers. Over 18 points, 8.5 assists, 5 rebounds, 1 block, and 2 steals per game. She's walking side by side with the GOAT from day one. This isn't just about selling basketballs. Clark is doing for women's basketball what Jordan did for the men's game. She's transcending the sport itself. She's a cultural phenomenon who just happens to play basketball, and that distinction is everything when it comes to long-term impact.